head back to Tokyo tomorrow and decided to do a day trip from Osaka to Kurashiki, the Venice of Japan. It is a short 17-minute train ride from Okayama City on the Sanyo line, and it operates frequently throughout the day. Upon arriving at Kurashiki Station, it's a quick 10-minute stroll to the main attractions. The name Kura means warehouse, and Kurashiki was known as an area for distributing rice during the Edo period. It is not well known outside of Japan, but this hidden gem is absolutely worth stopping by on your visit. Once in Kurashiki, almost all the points of interest are concentrated around the Kurashiki Bikan historical quarter, making it incredibly convenient to explore the area on foot. This historical quarter is the highlight of the city, famous for its merchant district adorned with those white-walled warehouses I mentioned before. Many of Kurashiki's former storehouses have been converted into museums, boutiques, and cafes. The star of the quarter is the graceful willow tree-lined canal next to the traditional buildings housing shops, restaurants, and the warehouses. The unique white-walled structures evoke a sense of traveling back in time.
It is considered, they call it the Venice of Japan because you'll see some gondolas coming up. It's more crowded than I thought. I was kind of under the impression, see the gondola behind me going that way. But I was under the impression that this was I guess it's a non-touristy area for foreigners, because I feel like there's a lot of Japanese people here. It's definitely got a little bit of a crowd, nothing like Kyoto or places like that. So in that sense, it's fairly calm. There's an old quarter. There's kind of a historic district. There's this canal area. There's a lot of craft shops. Apparently, there's a fairly renowned art gallery here. So I might check that out later. It's like a collection, rich Japanese put together. So anyway, it's definitely what I was looking for, which was to get away from the kind of the big cities. I've done a lot of the big cities, and it's after really with Osaka, I've done downtown twice, Friday, Saturday night, but I think I'm kind of big cityed out at this point. So this was a perfect kind of last. But I've got one more day after this. But this is my last real day of touring. I head back to Tokyo tomorrow. Just probably grab some of my favorite foods and be done with it. But I wanted to kind of spend the last day in something a little more remote, and I would highly recommend this place. I've only been here about an hour, and I feel like I've wandered for a while, and I haven't touched about half of it. There's a big temple. The canal goes on forever, so there's a lot to see. Seems to be lots of arts and crafts here. So this is like, I don't know, Yellow Springs in Ohio. Just kind of like a lot of little crafty areas. But the arts and crafts, lots of little restaurants, iced coffee shops I've noticed. Seems to be typical of Japan to have lots of sweets, lots of ice cream and cakes and things like that. It's a very sizable historic district from the Edo period, it says. Coming up on it now, I think. So you can see these are kind of wider streets. This is where there's a lot of the arts and crafts places. Somewhere around here, I'm kind of searching for it now, is that art museum. I can't take pictures inside, but I wouldn't mind going. So I'll try to find it. If you notice, it's about noon compared to, say, Kyoto, Tokyo, even Osaka, all the historical places. This place isn't really crowded at all. I mean, there's people milling around. There's lots of families here, but this might be number one as far as small little day trips outside of the really famous things. Hopefully not too many people come, don't want to ruin it, but it is definitely a very quiet, kind of relaxing little town.
The Ohara Museum of Art is the most impressive of Kurashiki's museums, exhibiting a large collection of works by famous artists. It is Japan's first museum of Western art and also its first private museum. This impressive institution houses works by Monet, Picasso, Matisse, and other Western and Japanese artists. The museum was opened in 1930.
Oh, this is my last day of major trekking, so looking like I'm about to go up another set of stairs for a temple. I'm hoping this is my last climb for a few weeks. Oh. Oh. At some point, you think I'd be getting used to this. Oh. There's a park up by the temple, which looks like it just goes around. The temple's up on a mount. It's nice and cool up here. It's getting a little warm out right now. It's probably about 80 degrees, but very high humidity. So being out of the sun's good right now. But this park is really quiet. There's a few people up at the top. Actually, to be honest, I gotta look to see. I think it's a temple. Although there were torii gates, so it's probably a shrine. Should probably look into that. I wasn't planning on climbing up here, to be honest. Coming up right now on a like a bamboo forest area. I'll see it here in a second. Where's all my Instagrammers? They could all be up here doing this. I shouldn't say that, but maybe they'll all start showing up. All right, actually, I'm going uphill here. I want to go downhill. But you will notice that there's no people. We've got a temple slash shrine up top. We've got the bamboo forest right here. Down at the bottom, we've got a little old town with the canal. Quite a lot, actually. For a little bit, maybe an hour away from Osaka. Maybe a little more, say an hour and 15. But I mean, if you leave at 8 a.m., get here by 10, you could probably spend 4 hours here, is plenty. You do a canal boat ride, you could go to the art gallery, a lot of little shops. I haven't really checked out the food yet. Well, it's getting lunchtime, so we'll have to figure out, what is the, I don't know, what's the best type of food around here. Heading back down into the town area, maybe go back to the canal. I think I will have some lunch. Try not to fall here. It'd be a bad way to end the trip. Yeah, I think I'll have some lunch. But I don't know. I'll figure it out from there.